a single association member of Kenya, I will not marry any soon until further notice. Yes. I'm James Anyange. My full name is James Kitoto Anyange. I'm born Kenyan, coming from Kisumu County, Kisumu West Sub-County, Nyaira location. I started my studies in Wachara School, for those who know Nyaira Kwamundi area, and I did my undergrad in Mombasa, Technical University of Mombasa, where I did food technology and quality assurance. After that, I got a scholarship with the ICOS, that's from the government of Ireland. It's being administered by the ICOS in for the Council for the Students for International Students, and to study food engineering in UCD. So this is my faculty, the School of Engineering. That's where I studied for the year 2021-2022 academic year. And I appreciate the role of the ICOS that has done to my life. And I graduated last year, 2022, on 5th with second class upper division. First and foremost, I've been applying for so many scholarships. This is not the first scholarship that I applied for. I've applied for more than 15 scholarships. And I'm great like in the groups where someone who searches will finally find one. So it happened that I was in one of the Chevening scholars group, and I met one of my friends which is from Seme, and I thank God like I got the connection. Number one is the connection. So the guy informed me that there's one of the scholarships which is being administered by the government of Ireland, but unfortunately was just picking those who are working in the government. But to my amazement, I just tried because you just need to give it a shot. When I tried it, because I was not working in the government by then, but I was just yearning for the opportunity. I was just having that zeal and enthusiastic about getting the scholarship. I applied for the scholarship, and as it, it has been always being advertised between June every year, academic year. So if you are supposed to join, let's say this is 2023, so I applied it in June, and then deadline is in August. After that, I waited for the interview, shortlisting first phase, whereby they are seeing the eligibility, and by God's grace, I passed first phase. I was invited for the second phase, which is very tedious. You have to write so many documents. In short, that's just the personal statements. I think you might be having some information about that. That personal statement just entails you prove yourself that why are you the best candidate. After that, then I was invited now to do the English language test. And the reason why I liked this scholarship so much is just because they catered for almost everything, including the language, the English test. They catered for that. And I did my English test. I scored more than 110 in the Duolingo. So it was, I was so happy, by then I was still doing some of my internship. So at least I could get some of my time to do the write-ups. After that, I was invited for the interview in December. That's 2021, 2020. Yeah, I'm sorry. And then I passed the interview. By January, I was informed that I'm proceeding to the next stage. And the next stage now was to the application of my course in the 3 universities which I had chosen. So, which was also being paid by the same body, the ICOS. So I'm really grateful. And after that point, that's when I was now sure at least that I've really won the scholarship. Okay, for this scholarship, the only advice that I will try maybe to give, if you want to give it a shot, number one, you have to believe that you can do some write-up, because don't worry about English or maybe about the money, because this scholarship is being catered, all the expenses catered by the funders. So just do search, mostly from January. Just look on the availability of the scholarships, and in most of the cases you'll see like this is being advertised by June. So if you get in touch with those the fellows within the same sector, it will really help to get the connections, maybe through the ICOS website, or maybe getting in touch with some of the fellows like us, and then you'll get the information regarding the openings of these scholarships. Uh, I would say like writing is always a difficult task that one would be facing, but as per me, let me say, at some point I would say it was not that difficult, but because I was used to applying so many scholarships. But in terms of the process or the procedure of applying the ICOS, the scholarship, funding scholarship, it was easier compared to others, because you'll find like most of the personal statement or the motivational letter is just comprised of every details. Unlike other scholarships where you'll have to explain the leadership separate, you'll have to explain networking separate. So if you ask me about the challenge or the difficulty, is just about just writing. Say the truth, my my ambition has been just to study my master's or maybe the higher education in Europe. The reason why I liked Ireland, number one, is green in nature. Number two, within my field, it was best because in food engineering, in food science, Ireland is one of the best producers, mostly in the agricultural fields, and looking at the milk production sector, and looking at some of the how they do the circular economy. So that's why I chose Ireland. So, and apart from that, the international community, they are very, very welcoming. The citizens of the Irish themselves, they are very welcoming. So when I perused through the website, I found that this is the best. Yeah, in addition to me applying to Ireland as one of the best institutions in terms of the uh, in terms of what I can say, uh, the the study, like the facilities that it has. Sorry, I would say like stay back visa was also one of the reasons why I applied to Ireland, because they will give you 2 years stay back period, and during this time after your graduation, then you are being given one stamp 1G, which allows you to do the searching job, and also you can apply the learned skills from class into the a work field. So you will get it at maximum 6 months after your graduation. So you will always, we were told that you will always ensure that you do it before 6 months. So, and before your student stamp expires. So I did the application, and I'm happy that I have my card right now. So that can allow me to apply for other jobs, to look for other jobs, or just to stay, hang around while planning maybe to go back to my country, maybe in the near future, some years to come. So who knows? But the good part is like I have freedom of staying back after my studies, looking for some industries whereby I can apply my tech field, skills. Yeah. First of all, the Irish are very friendly. So the first culture shock that I got is like saying, hey, sorry, thank you, sorry, thank you. You know that language of appreciation. They call it the magic one. So even if you'll see like an older person will be trying to open you the door, leave for you the way, but you'll be like, no, I should be the one. Then they will be like, thank you, sorry. That's the word, number one. Number two, another culture shock that I would like to say, like the food. I was wondering like how would maybe I eat some types of the spinach, when I look at some of the leaves, they look at some of the weeds back home, you know. So, but I got used to them and the light food, and nowadays I'm okay. To your surprise, a man who is used to ugali, you know, and omena, I think you know omena, there's the small fish, mostly are being found from the lake and all that. A man who is used to that and nowadays can just survive on a sandwich, and that's okay. So that was one of the culture shock which I'm happy that I'm adapted to. First and foremost, I want to give my gratitude to a man called Fendinas. When I was traveling, Mongolia, I was traveling from Kenya to Ireland and we were in the quarantine. I connected with him through Twitter account when he saw like from my post that I was in Ireland. He opened his hands and we were able to connect. That's number one. Number two, the WhatsApp group has been very active and we formed one where we'll be connecting, and we have the groups called the students in Ireland and also the Kenyans in Ireland, just looking through so that we can go out sometimes. And it's not only to Kenyans. I have like a vast group of people from the Caribbean, from US, from all over the world, you know. Uh, in addition to that, network is very important because some of my friends whom I was with during my undergrad at Technical University of Mombasa, some of them are staying in overseas, like in UK. Through connection and goodwill, I got to get my visa, the visiting visa to UK, travel to Birmingham, travel to Oxford, London itself, and also recently I was just in Manchester and also Sheffield. So the power of connection. I have no one like maybe a relative, but just because of being free with people, you get, you know, you psych yourself up, you go sometimes to pubs, you know, maybe you are not drinking, but you can, let me tell you, by the way, one of the reasons like one should always get a connection and also social maybe life. Here in Ireland, what I've also discovered is like most of the employers, some of them you meet with them in the pubs and you can just share maybe a pint, a room, maybe you are not drinking, you're just taking maybe your soft drink, and within that line and you get used to one another, and then you get up maybe the LinkedIn or maybe the contacts, and that's how you get your way out. So social connection and also networking is a very important role. Okay, something that I would say to pronounce, which is can be pronounced out as a help. I won't maybe see it, but one thing that I'm always proud of is that I have some of my mentees here in Ireland, and I'm happy. Like I get them through the application. They applied and they got the scholarship. I won't mention names, but I'm always a proud mentor. That's one of the things. Number two, there's also a scholarship group that I create not only to Ireland, but it's like sharing the information of the scholarships all over the world. And I'm happy that some of also my mentees are also in Hungary. So that's a pleasure that I would say, like, it's not only maybe to my deep village, but Kenyans, most of them, if not maybe like all of them, have just got the information from me. And I'm happy. I'm always open to sharing the information, looking through the statement of purpose for them, sharing also about the work experience, and also sharing on how to maneuver. For those who have come to Ireland, I've shown them how to maneuver within Ireland and also other parts of maybe UK, something like that. Yeah, I'm looking myself in next 5 years to make some of my base in a big tech companies, because as I told you, I'm a food engineer, food scientist by profession and also skills. So in the next 5 years, let's just hope things goes well.